Every time I wear this shirt, I think it's inside out, but it's literally just the hemming. Like, it's meant to be that way, which is weird but cool. I kind of love it. Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Kayla, aka the girl who knots. Today's video is so exciting, and I am so excited to see how this turns out. That may make no sense, but I do have some exciting news that I wanted to share with you guys, and that is that I'm going to have a little spot of my crochet things in a store, a physical store. My good friend Josh from Planty Peeps is opening his own store here in Canberra. Planty Peeps is a very adorable small business that Josh owns that is very plant related, if you couldn't tell from the name. Josh is insanely knowledgeable when it comes to plants and sells things from plants to little plant decor, things that you can put in pots. So many like healthy, what do you call it? Healthcare items for your plants. He is my #1 go-to when I have questions about my plants. So I did know that he had the idea of opening his own store, and it has finally come to fruition, and he reached out to me to see if I would want to include some of my little crocheted items at his store. Josh and I did actually do a giveaway quite a while ago now, where he put in some things from his store and I crocheted a couple of things and we joined them together and gave them away. For that giveaway, if you didn't see, I ended up making a little crocheted pot plant, a crocheted mushroom man, and a mushroom keychain. And because Josh's store is very, plants and mushrooms, that is a theme that I'm going to be crocheting with. I do have a couple of ideas. I don't have a set inventory that I want to make just yet. Today is Wednesday and Josh's store opening is next Friday. So we have just over a week to get our inventory done and into that store. I haven't gone through and written down an inventory yet of everything that I want to make, but I do have a few ideas, and I did actually start a couple of things I wanted to show you, which is this no-so mini potted plant. How tiny and adorable is it? This is the same plant that I made for the giveaway, but I think I made the small version. And just look how mini this is. This is a pattern by Jaded Rose Crochet, and in their pattern they used blanket yarn, and I didn't kind of compute that at first until I made it, and I was like, oh my goodness, it is so teeny tiny. I am kind of obsessed. I thought these would be really cute ideas for, presents for friends that can't keep plants alive, or just for your car or something like that, where you can't really have a real plant, but you want the plant vibe, So I made that the other night, and it takes me around 40 to 45 minutes to make, and I ended up making a couple of other colors. How nice are these colors together? All of this yarn was Honey Bunny, Baby Snuggle, Premier Parfait Chunky, a mix of all of them probably, but how cute are they? I will run through obviously my inventory and my pricing later on in this video when I'm obviously at that point that I can do that. I do want everything in this video, so I want my whole inventory. I'm going to go through all of the pricing, and we'll hopefully have footage of my little setup at the store. I think this is a good start. I don't know how many I want to make of these guys. I do want to make enough so that Josh hopefully has some to restock if he needs to. I don't know how many I will make. I'm thinking of 6 at least. And I'm also not sure what colors to stick to. I have seen photos of the shop. I haven't gone just yet, but it is very greens, browns, very much I could live there and you wouldn't be surprised. So I'm kind of wanting to stick to earthy tones, or if I do colors, I'm wanting them to be more muted or more deep so that it's not in your face too much, if you get what I mean. I do want to make a couple of bigger ones, I think. I don't know, I'll see how I go, but I think this is a good start, and I think I will also include the mushroom keychains that I have left over. I believe I have 5 of them in browns, greens, and reds. I just don't know how we would display them, but that is a bridge we will cross later. I will check back in when we have some more plant-themed goodies. I've been trying to wait for the postie to come and deliver a package I know that he has, but he keeps sort of like going past the house, so I'm sure it's going to come while I'm filming this, but I need to get going. So I thought I would update? Sure. I thought I would update you guys on what I have made for the Planny Peep shop so far. I think it has been about 4 days since I last checked in with you guys. I have literally just been buckling down and making as much as I could throughout the last 4 days. So with that being said, I thought we would go through everything that I have made, and I have also figured out the pricing that I'm going to have. This is our box. Oh, it doesn't fit on camera, great, but this is the box of goodies. And they all already do have the little tags on them with the pricing, so pretend you can't see that. I'm going to go from like smallest to biggest, cheapest to most expensive. With the pricing, there's a couple of things to keep in mind. First being first is, hello, I am Australian. I do always include the US pricing so that it makes a bit more sense to most other people to reduce some sort of panic. It is Australian dollars. But secondly is that I do have an agreement with the owner of the shop, obviously to take a percentage cut of each sale that I make. So although I haven't super raised the pricing to accommodate this, I've kind of still priced things similarly to what I would at a market. I took a lot into account when sort of trying to figure out my pricing. Is that the postman? No, that's a garbage truck. But I took into consideration the fact that I'm not standing there needing to sell them like I do at a market. This is a very niche, you know, people are coming into this shop not necessarily for the crochet items. It's more if they're looking through and they see it and they think it's cute, they may buy it. And just the fact that I can take a bunch of things, drop it off, and that's all I have to think about, you know, and then what I make is then just sent to me. So it's a very hands-off once you've made everything. And I think my pricing is justified that way. As I always say, pricing is so personal to the location, to who you are, what you're making. There is no right or wrong answer. The only thing that I see as wrong per se would be if you are undercutting yourself so badly that it kind of takes the art and devalues everyone else that is also making similar things to you. How I figured out my stock standard pricing is seeing other creators in Australia and sort of taking that and pretty well pricing very similar. And then beyond that, it's just seeing how each market performs and what sells, what doesn't sell. I'm always adjusting my pricing if you haven't noticed. I just don't think there is a clean cut way of pricing things. But as I said, very personal. It's up to you what you want to price things at. And this I am happy with if it sells. As I said, if it doesn't or if it oversells, I can change things in future. But you know, we've got a month of having these items at the store for me to figure that out. And in saying that, let's go through things. I wanted to write down all of my inventory, obviously, and I found this notebook that I swear I've had for the longest time, but I thought, hey, it's covered in plants. That's like perfect for the theme of what's going on in this video. So love that. Firstly, let's chat key rings. These are my Mushy key rings. I swear I had 5 of these. I could be wrong. I actually haven't gone back through and looked when I stocked taked last. Stocked taked? I don't think that's a word. But when I last went through everything, alas, I have 4 here. I might double check before I drop everything off. But these typically sell for 15 at my normal markets, and I've only raised them to 16. They do sell at markets, but not the greatest, so I didn't want to change it too much. For the pricing, I did toss up how to price everything, but I just ended up doing little tags for everyone and then pinning it to them. I did think about doing little signs and placing them in front of everything, but I kind of thought of the mind of who is selling these items, and I don't know if this makes it more difficult or easier, but in my mind it makes it easier because they can then see how much the item is when it's brought to the counter, and then they just have to take this off. So I don't know if that's easier or worse, but we will see. Anyway, I have 4 of these, 2 brown, 1 red, and 1 green. I may make another red and another green, but we will see. Also, this is my own pattern. If you're new here and you didn't know that, this is my mini mushy pattern. I make these into keychains. I also add them to plushies that I want to add like a nature vibe to, aka dragons I have done in the past. And yeah, just super, super versatile. I love these little mushies. Now where am I going to put them? Next, we have our tried and true little Mushy Boys. This is a free pattern on Instagram by Chunky Crochet. Chunky Crochet? Chunky Crochet. I usually do take these guys to my normal markets and I sell them for 20, and I've kept them at 20. Once again, I just didn't really want to raise everything too much because I'm not paying a fee to be there. It is just a cut of my takings. I was happy to still sell these guys. Ooh, his little hat. To sell these guys for $20 each. So we have 6 of these guys. We have a pink and a lime green, a blue and a purple, and a red and a dark green. Next up are these mini succulent plants. How cute are these guys? I've been obsessed with making them. As you will see, I made quite a few, and I have also priced these guys at $20 each. They probably do take a similar time to the Mushy Boys, but they don't have safety eyes. So this is what goes through my mind when I'm trying to figure out pricing. But we made 10 of them, so we have a few repeats, but bear with me. This navy color, and we have 3 of this cream color. We have 2 speckled, 2 mustard. I love this color so much. This dark red and a dark gray. I am thinking of making another 2 of these guys. I'm not sure, but the space that I'm given is a shelf, and I'm thinking of like setting them up 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 in a row. So I'm not really sure. I'm interested to see how much space all of my inventory takes up at the moment, but keep that in mind. If you have ever wondered how to make a pattern bigger without changing the pattern, this is a prime example. This is just a thicker yarn and a bigger crochet hook, and it's the exact same pattern as the little succulents that I just showed you. Let me show you a size comparison. Look how different they are. This one is like Honey Bunny Premier Parfait Chunky. I can't remember what I used honestly. And then this one is the XL Parfait. So you can just see the size difference. This is a 5mm hook and this is a 7. So if you're ever wanting to just upsize a pattern, then that's all you have to do really. I made these giant ones because if you've been here for a little bit, you know that I have a bunch of XL Premier Parfait to get through. And I really wanted to find smaller patterns that I could make with the yarn that just makes it bigger but not like massive. And this was perfect. I had the perfect colors for it. These guys I'm pricing at $40 each. I kind of thought if I took them to a market, how much would I sell them for? Because even though they are quite quick to make, they obviously use a much bigger and much more plush yarn. I don't know why I keep doing it this way, but we have 2 gray, 2 of this tan color, seconds of each. And then we have 2 of this dusty pink, which is really, really pretty. I'm very, very happy with how they turned out, and I'm hoping that people find them really cute home decor. I think it's cute. I honestly thought of making myself one, but again, we will see. Next is my new obsession. This is definitely something I want to make for myself, or if it doesn't sell, I might have to keep with me. These are crocheted mushrooms and they are by Golden Spun. I have had this pattern. When I tell you, I have had this pattern for the longest time and I just never got around to making it. And I am so happy that this gave me the push to finally make them. It is so, so cute. It comes in 2 sizes. This is the mini, and then they have a midi size as well. again in the XL yarn. I did originally buy blanket yarn for this. That's the whole reason I bought Bernette blanket, and I haven't touched it, as you have seen. Super easy to make. They do take a little bit longer than the succulents, so they are priced at $45, which I think is pretty fair for the size of it. We have this brown mushroom, we have a pink mushroom, and we have a sage green mushroom. No shocker, but I think the green and the brown are my favorite, but how cute are these guys? They are adorable. Last but not least, this actually isn't the most expensive item, but it is the last thing that I made, and I am definitely wanting to make more. And are you ready? I am so happy I ended up making this pattern, and it is this little guy. How stinking adorable is this little Totoro little succulent plant? Succulent plant? Would you call that a succulent plant? Maybe a sprout. This again is a free pattern over on Instagram by Pandy Crochet, and it is just so stinking cute. It did take me longer than the other succulents did, so he is priced at $30. It is mostly no-sew other than the little details that you sew on, but it's just so cute. And I love that the sprout actually stands on its own. It's a little bit niche, which I was a little bit nervous about because this isn't a gaming, market like I would normally make things like this for, but I just thought it was so cute, and I feel like it gives a bit more character to the display rather than just being plants and mushrooms, if that makes sense. It's just a little bit different, and even though it's for a niche market, I still feel like it fits in. What I haven't told you is that today, the day of filming this, is currently Thursday, and I am literally, as soon as I finish filming, going to run over to the store to drop off all of this inventory so I can see the space and where things are going to go before the grand opening, which is on Saturday. So they are open tomorrow, which is why I wanted to get some inventory in there, but the actual grand opening is on Saturday, and I'm wanting to go to that as well, obviously, to show my support. So I thought that I would continue prepping some things depending on how the space is looking, obviously, but I wanted to keep prepping things so that I could bring it on Saturday as well. And hopefully that's enough stock to last a month, but again, we will see. First time doing this, so I have no idea what's going to happen, but we will see, and we will work on it if we need to. Hence why everything is already priced. I have written down all of my inventory that you just saw. I have a big box to take it over in, and that he can keep if he needs to keep leftovers in there. I'm just so excited to see the shop. From the photos that I have seen, it looks so cute. And he did send me a video of where he was thinking of putting my items, and it was a bigger shelf than I expected. So I'm hoping that this at least fills the shelf, but if it doesn't, I feel like it will get pretty close, but we'll see. I feel like those little succulents, although I have a lot, they may not take up a lot of space. But let's head over there and have a look. I am hoping that I can grab some footage while I'm over there so I can show you guys the space before it's full of people. With all that being said, all that's left to do is go have a look at this space. So let's go have a look at it. I was literally just about to press record when I saw this big off spider on the curtain behind you. I'm going to move countries, I swear. I just cannot deal with spiders. I'm in the worst country for it. Anyways, it is currently the next day after the footage that you saw from the Planty Peeps store, and how cute is it? It is so cozy, so many plants, and I could literally just spend all day there. I already looked at plants that I really want to buy, but I'm going to try and behave, but we will see, inevitably. It's supporting a small business, you know? That's how I justify it. That means tomorrow is the grand opening, which I am super excited about. So I did spend most of today crocheting some extra stock, so I will show you what I made. On top of what I already showed you guys, we have 2 more Totoros. That will bring our total to 3 Totoros altogether. I also have decided to raise the price of these guys from $30 to $35. Just with taking away the cut that goes to the owner, I don't think is worth the time that goes into these guys, because even though they aren't the largest things, it does take a little bit of time. So $35 for these now. I also made 2 more of the mini succulents. I tried out this purple color, which I used for one of the Mushy Boys, and I really liked, so I thought I would give that a go. So that brings our total to 12 for these guys. I made 2 more Mushy Boys. I made them in red because I feel like that is the most stable color when it comes to mushrooms, but I do need to add blush to these guys, so oops. But that does bring the total Mushy Boys to 8. On theme, I made 2 more mushroom keychains in red as well, so that brings our total to 6. And then I decided to try out a new pattern, which is this little sunflower. How cute is it? I wanted to make something that was still plant related, but a little bit different and maybe a little bit more colorful. And we all know my obsession with sunflowers. So I saw this pattern by Therapy on my hook, and it is a free pattern over on Instagram. I will tag it along with everything else down below if you want to check it out. I think it's originally for a plushie that they've made, but I thought the mini size was so perfect for a keychain, so I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I ended up making 3 of them, and they will be priced at $16 as well, just to keep everything easy. They're a similar size, so 16, 3 of them, perfect. That is everything that I've made today, and I think that is where I'm going to leave it. Tomorrow morning we are going to be getting up super early so that we can go see the hot air balloons over at Canberra. So I'm not gonna have time in the morning before the grand opening to make anything, and I also want to have some downtime tonight because I have spent most of this week getting everything ready and prepping everything for the store. So I kind of want to just have a little bit more of a chill night and not crochet. The grand opening is at 10 AM tomorrow morning, so I'm hoping that I can get there a little bit early so that I can just rearrange things and make sure. I also need to add this stock. So I will see you guys tomorrow at the grand opening. I am so excited to see how the turnout is. I will try and get as much footage as I can, so I will include the footage here.
Open my eyes, I slept through the day. Slept through the day, feeling uneasy, I push it away. Push it away. Last night was fun, don't feel like today. Feel like today, let's do it again, let's go on a date. Cause tonight I'm gonna take you out and live the dream that we've been talking about. So we can dine and spend up all our notes. I wanna celebrate and have some fun tonight. I wanna show you all the lavish things in life. So raise a toast for all the good times that we'll have.
And that is where I'm going to leave today's video. I'm not going to have any results in this video because my plushies are there for at least a month. So I will be doing a follow-up video later on when I have more results to share with you. So make sure you guys like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video of all of my results, what sells, what doesn't sell, how much I made from this, and my opinions on wholesale type, what do you call, situations? Deals? I don't know what to call it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day or night wherever you are in this big wide world, and I hope I get to see you in the next video. Bye!